Ndinoda kuti nyika iziwe vanhu vangu inguva yedu hatingatadzi kubudirira Mwari ari parutivi pedu rambai muchirwa My hitters gon' die, the real hitters gon' shine and my people gon' rise Cause we're born to win, yeah I ain't saying, but I'm saying
Loyalty's my favorite characteristic of God, but finding it in him is hard. It's like trying to find God. You're the only one in your camp with cheese. You pay for everything they eat. Man, that insecurity is deep. Now I ain't said no names. These are just theories if you hear me, baby. It's home, you must admit it's kinda eerie, baby. Like them chemtrails in the sky. Ain't the selling the slaves, kinda like the combines. We say everything in moderation, but don't do it in moderation. The lies of a gluttonous generation. 10-year-old girl in.
Grand Rising. Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you for holding on. We had a bit of a fire drill in the building this morning, so getting started just a few minutes late. But of course, y'all know I'm happy to be back here in the Black Media Matters studios with my Converge Media family. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching our show today. I want to welcome you to the Day with Tre. Of course, I'm your host, Tre Holiday, and we got a great show for you. We are going to be talking a bit about Black Business Month. Yes, here we are in the middle of August, and you guys know Converge has been on the streets elevating and uplifting Black business and entrepreneurial stories. So we have one that we want to throw in here for you guys once again. But for us, it's really important that we utilize media to celebrate Black business and all of the amazing ways that our brilliant folks in the community are taking their ideas to the next level to craft and create businesses with services and products that we all get to be consumers of. So we want to just send a huge shout out to all of our business owners out there. We've talked about Black business ownership excellence. We talked about Rudd's Rub Initiative. So y'all know we've been keeping the message alive, but we want to be real specific here to say to all of y'all out there who have taken your idea into production, your idea to get training so you can provide a service. Anything that you are able to bring your talent, time, and treasure to that means a new business for us on the streets, we want to say thank you. Thank you for doing that work because it is only because you made it public and allowed us to dive into it that we get to really celebrate that. One business that I really want to celebrate is the Wow Art Gallery, Wonder of Women. This past weekend, I got the pleasure of being with some amazing women throughout the country on a women's retreat as we celebrated each other. And we also celebrated our knowing, our understanding of who we are, us being able to contribute all of the brightness and brilliance that we have to the world. Shout out to Veronica Very from Wow National. She is doing phenomenal work by uplifting Black women all over the country and 44 cities throughout the country and literally 4 times in South Africa. We got all these ringers going on. Sorry. Look, I'm turning stuff off. But I want to say a huge shout out and thank you to you, Miss Veronica. What a curated experience you had for us this past weekend. And for those of you who were at Wow Gallery last night, y'all got the glimpse of all of the brilliance that she brought together in some amazing talent. Shout out to you, Miranda Ray, to Brittany, to, oh my gosh, the amazing saxophonist, and his name is escaping me, but you guys, it was phenomenal. So thank you so much, Miss Veronica. Later on in the show, we actually get to dive in with my twin. He's going to be in the building. Tre Simmons from True Motivation will be here. We're going to be talking about the backpack drive that they have going on this weekend. You guys know Tre keeps it all the way lit and making sure that he is utilizing his platform to share resources to young scholars in need. So we want to give him a huge shout out. I'll be able to dive in with my twin. We always called each other twin, Tre and Tre. I'll be able to dive in with him later on in the show. But we want to start this show off by telling y'all it's, of course, the top of the show. So it's a great time for you to tag and share this stream right here. Make sure you're tagging and sharing the stream with folks you feel could benefit from a daily dose of dopeness right here on The Day with Tre. For those of you who can't watch our shows, don't worry. You guys can also find our shows anywhere you find your favorite podcast by searching Converge Media Network, and find me by searching The Day with Tre. We're on over 200 platforms. So anyone that is your favorite, if it is Google, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, you name it, we are there. Make sure you guys tune in and search Converge Media Network. We also want to make sure y'all know this is the last week to get your tickets for Elixir of Love. That is right. Elixir of Love is ending on the 20th of August. Make sure y'all tap in, go to Seattle Opera, find those tickets. It's a great family show, and I'm glad that I got to see it because I'm telling y'all something I know. Me and my friend enjoyed it so much. So make sure you guys get your tickets. This is the last week to see this amazing show. And of course, shout out to Office of Economic Development for their Commercial Tenant Improvement Fund. They are investing $1.9 million into a fund that allows for businesses that are going into commercial brick and mortar spaces to apply for up to $100,000 in grant funding for them to improve their space. And this is really key because as commercial space becomes more and more affordable with the intentionality of development, shout out to all those developers out there that are providing that opportunity for businesses. We know that it's a heavy burden oftentimes on the business owner to actually occupy that space. So we want to give a huge shout out to Office of Economic Development for providing this much needed funding in our community to ensure that folks have the ability to retrofit the space the way they need to. So shout out to Office of Economic Development. Make sure you guys check that link in there. Curtis is putting the link in the comments. If you know anybody who can apply for this fund, make sure they know about it. We do not want our businesses to miss out on this much needed funding. Well, I promised y'all it's about Black Business Month. And of course, we love to talk about Black business excellence right here on Converge. I'm so glad that we were on the ground multiple times with these brothers as they open 23rd Ave Brewery. Take a look.
Oh, excellent, man. I feel a sense of relief, actually. You know, we have no choice but to turn that key and open up those doors at 3 o'clock. We're here, right? And that feels good because, you know, preparation met the opportunity and it birthed 23rd Ave Brewery. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited that we had the nerve to create something and put it out for everybody to see. To me, it feels really good. It feels really good to be back in the community, in the hood, where I grew up. We all three of us grew up here. It's tremendous. It's a tremendous feeling. It's a little overwhelming at times, but you know, once 3 o'clock comes, it's go time.
Like my brother said, a relief, man. Like, you know, there's a lot of like, you know, tension and it's just a lot of mixed feelings. Like I'm relieved because we're finally here. We can open up and then we can not worry about like opening day stuff and everything like that. You know, I still am a little tense. It's like, oh man, you know, like people won't be coming in here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like come see us, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they, you know, like what we did with the place and all that. But then also I'm like happy because it's like, man, we worked hard to get here. We worked really hard. We had a lot of help on the way, you know what I'm saying? Like it was really all of our money. And, you know, we had like, you know, like we had some crowdfunding and everything like that. But I mean, for the most part, all the money that we threw up in here, aside from that, that came from us, man. Like, you know, working jobs, you know, we all got kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, we working 40 hours and then like, you know, doing this before work and after work, you know what I'm saying? And still trying to maintain like, you know, like a happy balance with our families and, you know, like, you know, with our friends and stuff. So it's a lot of hard work and a lot of juggling and a lot of like depending on each other. So to have all of that be going on in our lives and for us to achieve this moment is incredible.
I just want people to know that you can do whatever you want to do. You know, like this is like for us, like we never thought we were going to brew beer, you know, when we were young teenagers and stuff like that. Didn't even know that was a possibility. when we were in our 20s, didn't even know that was a possibility until one day we ran into some folks that were doing it out of their house. I ran into a lady yesterday, and she was inspired by us opening up in this space and just the way that we did it. We did all this, we prepared and got this journey all situated with under 20,000, just of our own money. You can literally do anything you want to do. You want to open up a Cuban sandwich shop, you can do that, right here in one of these spaces. The time is now. You just got to act.
What else you gonna do besides chase something you want to do? Me and my brothers do. We do dope stuff, man. Like, what I'm saying, and this is like, this is a culmination of like how we behave. What I'm saying, like how we've been living for a long time. So it's cool, like, what I'm saying, to see that we're making it happen the way we want to. What I'm saying, and like with our money and with our people. So yeah.
The 3 beers that we're gonna open with are the Marsh, the Black Gold, and the Basement Stout. 3 major staples. Most of the people that's followed us has probably tasted it, had it in their hands. So everybody's a lot of people are familiar with it.
How does this feel back home here in the Central District?
Crazy. Hella crazy. Cause like we wouldn't even think we could like get up in here like that. We was looking everywhere else because like all the gentrification and like all the new like properties and everything, and how much rent is around. It's just like, oh man, we'll be back in a few years. What I'm saying? Like 3 or 4 years, we'll come back when we establish ourselves, somewhere else where it's cheaper. But man, just like we got lucky, man. We was combing everywhere else, looking everywhere else, and we was like, man, let's just go look at Central and see. Just see. And then bam, we ran into it. So it was serendipity, man. It was meant to be. So yeah. But here we are. We are open for business, and you can come in, you can holler at us, you can get a beer, you can stop by, say what's up, see the place. So yeah, man, it feels great. At the end of the day,
I'm the owner of Jackson's Catfish Corner. We opened up a year ago, and to have my people come back to the neighborhood straight up and down, it feels great. I'm bringing over my due diligence, bringing this pound of catfish, as a welcoming gift. But it feels good to now be able to look across the street, kitty corner from me, and see people, my peers, coming back to the neighborhood. So it feels great.
It's kind of like a renaissance.
It's a renaissance, man. We're doing it, and it feels great to actually see it happening. So, welcome home.
23rd Ave Brewery. Yeah, let me get some of these smiles close up, man.
How you gonna single me out?
Just open something. You know what I'm saying? It's a big accomplishment. I grew up on 29th and Jackson, right up the street. You know what I'm saying? I seen the whole neighborhood gentrify.
Nice teeth, man.
You know how proud we are, you guys, right now? You know what I'm saying? We proud of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We proud of you.
Come on now. Shout out to y'all. Of course, y'all see it right there. The brewery is open for business. Just want to give those brothers a huge shout out in this amazing Black Business Month of August here. It's also just Black August, as many folks know in the community. So there's a lot of different ways that we can tap in. I think the intentionality needs to be there when we talk about how we support our Black businesses to ensure that they have long-term success. It is because customers come celebrate them and their brand by being a customer, getting in relationship with them, consuming their products. So shout out to y'all. I'm going to be making it up there soon. I hope y'all can like give me a little tester maybe because I don't drink beer, but I want to just be there to celebrate y'all and support y'all. Thank you again for allowing Converge to be a part of sharing your story. Now, after this short break, we're going to be talking about another amazing Black business in the building, True Motivation. My twin, Tre Simmons, is in the building. We are going to be talking about all things going on with this backpack drive. And of course, I got to ask about products because the brother came through with the, dope short set. I got to make sure I understand what's going on with the new lineup. So you guys stay tuned right after this short break. You do not want to miss this. You're watching The Day with Tre.
Hey y'all, my name is Nicole Harvey and I proudly serve as the Director of Community and Family Engagement at Seattle Jazz Ed, and I'm here to let y'all know that we're getting to launch our fall programming the first week of October. So if you're a student or you know a student between the grades 4 through 12 that is interested in playing music, whether they're a beginner or they've been playing for a long time, we have saved a seat for you. For more information, please visit our website at www.seattlejazzed.org. All of our programs and classes are offered on a sliding scale tuition policy, which means that families get to choose what they pay, no questions asked. We also have free loaner instruments available for every student to use. If you have questions, you're welcome to contact us via email or by phone at programs@seattlejazzed.org or 206-324-5299. Lastly, we just want to let y'all know that we're hosting a block party on Thursday, August 25th from 5 to 8 p.m. There's going to be free food, music, and it's going to be a really good time. So for more information, please visit our website. You can also check it out on Facebook and LinkedIn as well. Thanks, y'all. Hope to see you soon.
Guess what, you guys? Portland Hip Hop Week is August 20th through 27th, and Converge Media is proud to be an official partner. Of course, it's your buddy Besa Gordon here, and you already know the Converge team is literally going to head south on I-5 to celebrate hip-hop culture in the Rose City. Portland Hip Hop Week is literally jam-packed with dope events, including the Hip Hop Skate Party, hosted by DJ OG1, Hip Hop Wine and Chill at the Abbey Creek Winery. There's also a DJ workshop hosted by Grand Wizard Theodore, and let's not forget Portland Hip Hop Week's biggest night, the 2022 Star Wars, and this year they're celebrating women in hip hop. You can get more information by visiting pdxhiphopweek.com, and of course you can head over to my blog at jammin1075.com. Just search Besa.
Basically, fam, believe in giving. Like, we have to be willing to give more, and people seem to always think giving means money, but nah, bro. It's like you can give time, you can give understanding, you can give access, you can give a listening ear and an open heart. You can give and share your God-given gifts and talents, but you just got to give.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Day with Tre. I just got to say, I'm so proud to be a part of the Converge Media family and team. This is such a phenomenal team, and y'all got to see it right there. Shout out to Besa Gordon for that amazing commercial. I mean, we're expanding. We're going to be out there. You guys make sure you check us out. But, of course, I also am so proud of my brother that's on the couch with me. It's his first time in our new Black Media Matter studios. Pick up your mic there, Tre. What's good, my brother? How are you? Yeah, there you go. Just hey, get comfortable. You know what I mean? Look, be the first one to do it, Tre. I am not mad at you. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at you, Tre. Hey, welcome. This is your home here. How are you, my friend? Yeah. No, and you know what? You're actually showcasing the logo really nicely there. I mean, before I dive into the backpack drive, you got to tell us about how the line is expanding. I know last time I got to speak with you, you were talking about always kind of keeping your eye open for opportunities to make sure True Motivation is staying up with the new trends. How is it moving, man?
I've been doing other things also, but it's still intact. I'm still producing new gear. So hopefully, I have time to, expand it more and get my guys that's on my team to expand it more also.
Yeah. Well, tell us a bit about that, because your work in community is felt by these young athletes, man. I mean, honestly, you're bringing your time, talent, and treasure back into the community. And I got the chance to talk to somebody who was doing a great expose on some of the things that are kind of going on. And I know your name kept coming up because they're like, look, we see all this amazing talent coming back to Seattle and pouring into the next generation. Tell us a bit about how you've been really creating that impact in community.
Well, I've been doing it for about 10 years now. So I started off with, the coats, because everybody was doing the backpacks, and then did toy drives. And then, I teamed up with another few nonprofits. So I think this one on Saturday would probably be the biggest one, because I have a lot of local vendors that I got new relationships with, and they was excited to join me. So we have bag clothing, we have Soulmates that's gonna raffle off shoes. We have Northwest Kidney Center that's gonna come down. We have Washington Therapy and Wellness that's gonna come down, provide information. Emergency feeding program, which I'll talk to you guys a little bit about, later. We have hashtag lunch bags. We have SBK Central District. We have a couple food trucks, Vigo food truck. We have Kent Carriage food truck. We have Wally Soul Food coming down. So we got a lot of exciting pieces that's coming down. It's going to be at Garfield.
Well, Tre, this for me is everything. I mean, we're talking about Black Business Month here for the month of August, but also August 27th, the Garfield Centennial is happening. We are both proud Bulldogs. So I love that you're bringing all of this brilliance to Garfield. That is impactful in and of itself. And wow, congrats to you for the expansion of all of these amazing sponsor partners that have come in to understand this is a much needed event in our community. A lot of folks do backpack drive, but I think one way that you're really showing up in a unique way is by utilizing your relationships to bring folks in, to bring folks on. You're mentioning some great names: Bad Clothing, Soulmates. I mean, this is the stuff the young folks want to wear when they go back to school, right? So this is really I know it's going to be impactful. As you think about the ways that you've expanded this event in the last 10 years, tell us about one of the things that really keeps you going with this, because it could be helping the families out, smiles on kids' faces. But tell us about something that you every year you take away with you as, man, like, this is why I do this.
I mean, it's not on me, it's in me. So and as a kid, I didn't have much growing up, and it's crazy because I think 2-3 weeks ago, me and my mom was talking about the stuff that I've been doing and stuff like that. She was like, yeah, I used to go to the Indian Center and pick up that big old red bag for you guys. I'm like, damn, so that's why I didn't get that much. So I just want to help the community and give what they need, and what they want also, so also we got Sky Blue also coming in. I don't want to forget the importance of it, about we're raising awareness for kidneys too, because of, Nate Robinson. He's been kind of behind closed doors about it, and he wants to open up more about it. So we also got my guy Damon Brown is going to talk about what he's been through with kidney transplants. He's did it twice, so, but he's a survivor. So that's the main importance of this, and give out. We have more than 600 backpacks to give out too, and supplies. So.
Wow, Tre, 600 is a huge impact, a huge number. And it's not just about numbers. And I love that you're infusing this opportunity to give away resources with also a very important message about our health. And I think oftentimes too, if we don't share these stories, they kind of happen in the silos, right? And then people are not, the impact doesn't have that ripple effect because you didn't even drop the pebble in the water for it to do so, right? So I love that Nate is coming out, is going to share his experience. Appreciate that Damon's going to be able to share his experience. We know a lot of folks in our community. My uncle, rest in peace, Uncle T, passed away and was on kidney dialysis and had a lot of issues with his kidneys. This is something that's very important. And Northwest Kidney Center, for anybody who's been on dialysis up here, they are probably very familiar with this space. And shout out to all of the workers. I have an aunt who dedicated majority of her professional career at Northwest Kidney Center, again, to be helping these patients when they're getting on and off dialysis. It takes a lot of energy from the body. For anybody who has witnessed their family member go through it, as I have with several family members, this is really important. And you also talked there about emergency feeding program. And we know that we talk about food disparity all the time, food deserts, a lot of our urban areas not having access to, quality foods and organic produce. Tell us a bit about how important it is that emergency feeding program is also going to be on site.
Well, I actually teamed up with Emergency Feeding Program recently. So I'm now the community development manager for them. The director, Glenn Turner, which was my first coach at Rotary Boys and Girls Club. So he said it's been on his mind. He was like, man, I really need you here. So now I'm teamed up with them. They've been providing service since 1977. Wow. They provide over 18,000 meals, a week. They have a drive-through. They have a SOS street program that has 9 locations. They're partnered with Seattle Public Schools and other local districts. We're always looking for donors to help us to, expand feeding the community and the county. So hopefully we can find some more donors to do that.
Yeah, I got to send them a huge shout out too. I mean, particularly as resources were flooding into our community during this pandemic and in the beginning, emergency feeding program was like, man, front and center, right?
And they
so
come to
many
you.
things. Yeah. They will. And that's what I love, because they have a whole distribution platform that allows for small nonprofits, through King County Equity Now in Africatown. We were like, okay, how do we get meals to folks? And emergency feeding program was the one. They were dropping food off to Black Dot for Africatown. They were bringing, meals to our events. They had all these bags of food that people could take. So this is important. Those partnerships allow them to do that work. But I just got to say, man, their warehouse is it's like going to Costco or something. They really pack it in.
And it's not, it's this food's from Trader Joe's, Northwest Harvest, Amazon Fresh. So you're getting the right nutrition, in these boxes and these bags. They're not just giving you, just shooting you whatever. So they're trying to really provide for these families to give them good nutrition.
Yeah. And that was something I can definitely attest to as well. I mean, they had fresh produce, fruits, and vegetables. I mean, really the stuff that people talk about wanting, right? And so I appreciate that. I think a lot of folks who deal with food insecurity often now are realizing it can't just be a bunch of canned foods. And, we understand even food banks have really began to elevate a bit in terms of how they're doing it, how they're partnering with. There's a lot of stuff that goes to waste, but there's families that can use it right now. So I'm so glad that you have joined the team, Tre, and you're bringing your brilliance to emergency feeding program. They're doing phenomenal work, and I know that you're going to do great work to bring these messages into community and to work in your ways that you do in community to expand those partnerships. But before I let you go, I got to give you time to make sure that you let folks know how they can be there for this amazing drive. I won't even call it a backpack drive because it's so much more. Make sure folks know the details, where they need to be, and how families need to be there to get these resources. Look right there so folks can know in that camera.
This one?
The last one over here.
This one?
Yeah, there you go.
So we're having a backpack, I wouldn't say giveaway, an event. We have a lot of resources there. August 20th at Garfield High School on the football field. We have food, backpacks, school supplies. We're raffling off shoes and clothes, food trucks. So come out and have a good time, and please share.
Yeah. Every year, I think that your events, you give away everything you brought to give away. And that's also something about your impact. What time should folks be there on the field?
It's from 12 to 4. So I would say about 11:30.
Yeah. All I know is the last time folks were telling me, oh my God, there was line down the block. I mean, so this is really, if you're really looking to get these resources, show up early, because you are right. 600, they can go quick, and you've seen it almost every year, even as you've grown and trying to, provide more and more resources, man. Your events be really like packed. Everybody's trying to come because they know they're going to get great stuff. So So make sure y'all show up early. You do not want to miss this opportunity. Tre Simmons, my twin, thank you for everything you're doing in community. And you're always welcome here, right here on The Day with Tre said. Anytime you have anything you want to share with us and anytime you want to be with me, your twin. So no worries. You are always welcome. Thank you for being here.
Much appreciated.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness, you guys, what an amazing show today. We're going to go to break right quick. And when we come back, I'm going to do a show recap and give you a bit about what you can expect tomorrow. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Tre.
Guess what, you guys? Portland Hip Hop Week is August 20th through 27th, and Converge Media is proud to be an official partner. Of course, it's your buddy Basa Gordon here, and you already know the Converge team is literally going to head south on I-5 to celebrate hip-hop culture in the Rose City. Portland Hip Hop Week is literally jam-packed with dope events, including the Hip Hop Skate Party, hosted by DJ OG1, Hip Hop Wine and Chill at the Abbey Creek Winery. There's also a DJ workshop hosted by Grand Wizard Theodore, and let's not forget Portland Hip Hop Week's biggest night, the 2022 Star Wars, and this year they're celebrating women in hip hop. You can get more information by visiting pdxhiphopweek.com, and of course you can head over to my blog at jammin1075.com. Just search Basa.
The truth with proof, the truth with proof. If you nice with the sports, then he swooping through. He gon' highlight you. Ain't nobody live like us, fly like us. We gon' find you, put the city behind you. Let us know you got skills. We gon' be at a game. In the Northwest, we reppin' the city where it rains.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Day with Tre. I'm your host, Tre Holiday. What a great show, just to elevate Black business. Of course, huge shout out to 23rd Ave Brewery. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you go up there, 23rd and Jackson, and go check out that amazing Black business. And shout out to all the businesses that are like, you know what, we're showing back up in our community. We are making a strong announcement in the Central District that we ain't gone nowhere. I appreciate all of you. And of course, I got to give my twin, Tre Simmons, a huge shout out for being here from True Motivation and all the work that he's doing with emergency feeding program and bringing resources to the community every year. Now for the last 10 years, he's been killing it. You guys want to make sure you guys show up early on August 20th at Garfield, right there on the football field. You guys know how it goes down. For those families who are like, hey, you know, when he's talking about share, I'm like, oh, please believe people have already been sharing. And it's going to be a bunch of families. People are going to be getting the resources they need. Shout out to Tre Simmons for being intentional in how he shows up in his community to bring all his time, talent, and treasure back to all of us here. So I just always want to thank y'all. You know, for me, I want y'all to be inspired. Of course, be inspired by what Tre is doing so that you guys can find ways to see yourself as a part of the solution. Clearly, he's utilizing his platform and his business as a way to really just give back to community. And he's using his relationships to do that. There's something that is so special about the care that we pour into any kind of work that we do, particularly when we are working to see ourselves as a part of the solution. Maybe you guys can't do an entire backpack event in a drive, but you can start somewhere. You can start volunteering with organizations who are in alignment with the values that you share. You can start figuring out how to connect with other folks of like mind to start bringing about new ideas and solutions. Just be inspired to see yourself as a part of the solution. Tomorrow, I get to talk to Isis Harris about Everyday Grind. We're going to be diving into all the things that they are doing over there at Everyday Grind. And again, continuing that message to keep y'all inspired. And of course, it is Wednesday tomorrow. So I'm hoping to tap in with our guy, Brian Callanan, so we can figure out what's going on Seattle News, Views, and Brews. Of course, tonight, you guys check out my brother, Truth with Proof. You guys make sure you are tuning in at 8 p.m. tonight as he brings you some Truth with Proof. And for me, until tomorrow at 11 a.m., peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.